Alright, welcome back to Beat That Garage. Okay, so today it is Halloween, but we got time. Let's try to get this car out a little bit and let's see if we can get this trunk or the back of the car jacked up on stands. Let's rip this tank out. So I bought the 1970 Plymouth Service Manual Volume 1 and 2. And it is for the 1970 Belvedere, the Fury, the Barracuda, and the Valiant. Next box of goodies. What we got now? Ooh, paper. That's what I've always wanted. Okay, here we go. Oh, these are the mirrors and the tank grounding strap. We'll need a new one of those for sure. So we'll set that down right there because that's going to be going for sure onto the car. What we got here? OER authorized 68 to 70 Mopar left hand or right hand OEM mirror. All right. Let's see here. All right. Fancy little mirror, huh? And that's gonna go. Let's see here. Like so. Go right here. Somewhere around there like that. I don't know, where's the other one at? Oh, it's a little farther back. Right about there. This side we're gonna end up having to guess. I mean, there's a little shelf right here. I mean, oh, there we go. That'll be the little boot thing. Okay, so guessing something like that. Or maybe it goes the other way. I don't know which way it actually goes yet. I don't have the mirror right now. That kind of looks like about even. It's kind of wide though for OEM. But I guess, you know, your base model Valiant, that's what they would have got. So the driver's side is the exact same thing. So driver's side at least has holes. And I'm pretty sure the driver's side one, the bottom base might actually be longer. Yeah, much longer. So that part's going to suck. They're going to need to get some massive cleanup done underneath this one, because you can tell it's all like gonked under there. I wonder if some 000 will clean that up. I hope there's not a big giant gaping holes. Otherwise, that's going to suck. It's always something. What you get for ordering stuff when you're not at home but you're at work. I drive truck for a living, so you know it's not like I can be here and look before I buy. Okay. Alright, so we have the new 18-gallon sending unit for today. What else we got? Oh, new tank straps. We'll need those. I mean, I don't know if we need them, but I'm assuming. Oh, and the new lock ring and washer for the sending unit on the tank. So, okay, so the next big one is obviously the gas tank itself. we go. An 18-gallon fuel tank. It's so little. I mean, it's not little, but as wide as this car is, I'm thinking that maybe they could have figured out a way of giving you a little more than 18 gallons. But then again, it was the 70s. You know, would they have that, what do they call it, the fuel crisis was a, what was that, 73 or something like that? I don't know, someone correct me on that, sure. One more box of goodies. What do we have here? Alright, this, oh, J-bolts for the fuel tank. Okay, so that should be everything for the fuel tank. Oh, okay, so the horn buttons, that's the coupler, and the steering wheel. Okay, so this is the new steering wheel. So, I guess let's get started. Okay, so grab some jack stands here. Oh. Alright, and let's get this other jack stand. Let's set her down. Okay. Let's test that out. See if she rolls at all. Okay, and then we'll take this jack down. The flex on those tires all the way down. Okay, all right, so let me get the trunk open. Now, there is no, I would say there's no instructions that come with doing the fuel tank, but there is, you know, one thing that is going good for me is the, what is it, 67 through 74 A bodies. I mean, for the most part, there's a lot of videos on them. And the great thing is that the platform that they used, oh, look at that. I guess there is a little bit of surface rust up in here. That's the carpet. The infamous donut with the death jack. You know, the one that hooks to your bumper and you pump that sucker up? Yeah. Alright, let's see here. So, I mean, got a little bit of some surface rust. No rot, no holes. Well, guess we need to figure out what's underneath the tire. How bad is it under the tire? Is it bad at all or what? Oh my goodness. Oh. Huh. Now that's an old school radial if I ever seen one. Goodyear. What year is this thing? What the heck is the year? Did they have the years on these back in the day? Reload. What's the manufacturing date on this thing? DOT V1 tubeless. Hell, I can't even tell. Don't know. She look old, that's for sure. Alright, so let's lean you right up there. Okay, so use a little vacuum in here. Oh, that's the little drain for if you get fluid in here. That looks like it was the drain at one time too. Yeah, I mean, she's solid, that's for sure. She is definitely a solid. I'm taking it, these are for my reverse lights. Yeah, it's like ground. Yeah. Very first thing is, see, I'm gonna try to go in the order what you're supposed to. Smooth fuel cap. There is 1, 2, 3. There's 4 screws. After we do these screws, then we're gonna need to take this little boot off of the filler neck, and we gotta slide the filler neck up and out the way. You know, obviously not all the way out the hole, but up and out the way. And then that way when we go to drop the tank, it's just a matter of undo the straps and the sending unit wire, and the tank can just come straight down. Alright, let's remove this boot. Looks like the boot's got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws holding it down, and it's just basically it's a little rubber boot that goes around this filler neck, and there's just a big hole that's cut out of the actual trunk floor because the tank's underneath here. Boot's kind of ripped up anyway, so now this looks to me like it's the kind that doesn't slide out. It's the kind that slides in, you move it and slide it out. It don't come back through this hole right here. Because those 4 screws that are on this one are like a plate that stops it from coming out. So, let me take this last one off. So let's get this little she's on there. You know, when you actually buy a service manual, it probably helps actually read the service manual. So removing the tank. Okay, so obviously step one we could not do because we could not get I don't have a way to drain the tank. Hopefully there's not that much in there, but I mean, I do have a 3-ton jack, so I mean, I know there's no way that tank is full, and it definitely don't weigh no 6,000 pounds. So anyway, alright, so as far as the hello, watch where you're going, dummy. Okay, anyway, as far as the pillar neck goes, okay, so I had to cut the filler neck tube line, or the vent tube, because of the way they put this stupid freaking clamp on there. I don't know who puts a clamp like that on there, idiots. So I have to get a new clamp, because I left enough hose on the end to put it back in there. I just had to get like a little small little clamp. Well, you're supposed to twist this down inside the tank until it clears the fender, and then I guess you're supposed to lift up and then twist it again until it comes out. So let's see here. So disconnect the vent tube, remove the screws that hold the filler tube and gasket in the rear quarter panel, which was the gasket going around there, around the tank. And then it says remove the 5 screws and washers that attach the filler tube seal to the floor pan, you know, the little gasket that's on the thing. Grasp the filler tube with both hands, twist the tube at the same time, forcing downward into the tank until the end of the tube clears the quarter panel. Remove the gasket. If the tube is frozen in the tank, use a rubber lubricant around the joint to work into the grommet after sliding your dust shield wagon fills at the left rear upper quarter panel. The fuel tank is fitted with a gauge unit, including the suction pipe. The filter on the end of the suction pipe is replaceable. What? Gauge unit. Oh, sending unit. Why do you call it a gauge unit? Roof side rail support, wheelhouse outer, roof seals, strap, framing, tank assembly, insulators, cement, vent tubes, screws, washers, seals, rubber grommet, reel door, filler tube, screws, gasket, quarter panel. Oh, that gasket. Okay. So there's a gasket on here. How the hell you would remove that gasket? It's like glued to it. It's like a piece of foam. It's not even rubber. So I guess we need to get this down inside. Oh yeah. Ah. God damn. Ah. So is this supposed to come up with it every time or what? I mean, oh, there's my vent tube. Okay. So is there a way to get this up? Okay. Now we need to twist this down into the tank. Whew. Okay. And then, what's it say after you? Let's see here. Grasp the filler tube both hands. Twist the tube at the end at the same time. Force downward into the tank until the end of the tube clears the quarter panel. Remove the gasket. Use a rubber lubricant. Yes, after sliding the dust shield wagon. Yep, alright. Got the dust shield up. Okay. Twist the filler tube approximately 180 degrees and then work your tube carefully out of the tank and the dust shield seal. Remove the tube from inside of the trunk compartment. Okay. So 180 would be like that. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, come on, baby. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. You know, I bet you this come right out if that seal wasn't so good on there. I don't know how they expect this. Oh, come on, baby. God dang. Okay, so we're getting there. It's gonna be one of those slow and steady wins the race. Maybe some WD, some looby doobies. Whew, okay. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, who's your damn daddy, you stupid. Oh, my God. Let's see here. Right here, these are the tank straps, okay? So, we got a 9/16, I believe. Let's see here. 9/16. Yep. Nice. Alright. So, let's... Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Gonna need to set you guys somewhere so you can see what we're doing. Okay. That one's a little tight. Shouldn't do this, but it does work. 2 wrenches. Oh, but when they slip, that's usually when a lot of cuss words come out. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh my goodness. Why is this so tight? Oh. Oh. And of course they're at the wrong angle. Can't get a deep well in there. You can't get a ratcheting wrench either. Some things you just gotta do it one small turn at a time. Jeez. Well, you're a noisy one. You grunt because you don't want to come out or what? Don't take me from my home. Too bad. You are the wrong tank. Alright, let's switch to this one. Let's get this one loose too. I don't want to take them all the way out yet because I'd rather get these nice and loose. But obviously the tank is still held in place, so I can get this jack underneath here. You know, get like a piece of board or whatever to support it, so I can, you know, lower it down slowly. I don't want it to just fall out. This one turns a hell of a lot nicer than the other one. Oh, come on. Okay. Now, can't see. There we go. Right. Can y'all still see what's going on? Pay attention. Okay. You know, for this GoPro 12, I wonder if there's a setting in the settings to stop getting it to black out the screen. I'd rather have it be on the whole entire time so I can see what's going on, because I can't tell. I mean, it does have the option right now. My cell phone and this GoPro are hooked together, so I can see on the cell phone right now what it's going to look like when you guys are watching the video, so I can see what it's going to look like, that's really cool. It's like a little preview, but at the same point, this screen keeps blacking out, or like timing out, whatever, and it's hard to see if you guys are still on there or not. That's my first time with a GoPro. I don't know much about them. I know they're better, well, they're supposed to be a better video quality than my cell phone, so I guess this video gets to be the first one. And then I guess watched some quick little tutorial thingies on a way of editing some stuff. I mean, nothing fancy, just your basics, but you know, to condense it down to where less lip, more grip work gets done, I guess. But I don't even know if that's a really good editing software. It probably isn't, because it was free, and anything free is definitely for me, but it's not as nice at all that it can be, if that makes sense. Holy good Lord. I feel like this thing's gonna snap off. Good thing I got new bolts and everything. These things are taking forever and a day. And here I thought this would be a quick little 30-minute jobber. Right. You know, I wonder if I can get a socket on there now. What was that? That was us. Okay. Let's see. Did we make our lives easier? Or is this still gonna be the hard way? Oh. I caught that one. barely. Same thing here, barely. Oh my goodness. Godly. Oh, you just suck. Alright. World's longest freaking J bolts here. Jesus, man. Oh, you're just gonna hold on to the very end, aren't you? Oh, freaking amazing. Look at that. Look at all the threads, man. Jesus. Wonder that's taking forever. Good thing we're getting new bolts. Ah, damn. Yeah. Get some. Golly. Oh, that'll just wear your ass out. Oh. Damn, man. You know, for them just replacing this tank, this bolt is pretty dang rusty. You know what? I know what we're gonna do. What size was that? 9/16. We're gonna get power tools because I'm being lazy. Okay. Get in the hole. I'm going backwards, right? Yeah, what the hell? Ain't moving? Is that the problem? The nuts just stripping? Where's that? Yeah, a little penetration looby. Oh, it's working. Oh. Really? Get in there. Okay. Almost off. Yeah. There you go. Out of sight, out of mind. Okay. Straps are off. I believe. Yep. Okay. Whoops. Alright, let's slowly take this tank down. Oh yeah, that is a full gas tank, you dummy. This is gonna be so much fun, spilling gas everywhere. I wish I had a siphon. I don't. What is holding me up here? Well, what are we held up on? Anything? Oh, I can smell that gasoline though. I'm doing a little bit more. Okay. There we go. There we go. slowly coming down. Oh, not too fast, not too fast. Uh-oh, we need to go up. We caught the damn strap. Oh. Woo-hoo. Nobody light a match. Okay. Gas tanker is down. Oh, shit. Stay there. Maybe. Sit, boo-boo, sit. I spilled gas everywhere. The gas is literally like, see the side of the tank. The gas is like right here. I don't know if you can see inside there or not. Yeah. The gas is right there. It's pretty much a full tank. So, I got another 5-gallon to go with my other 2 5-gallons. Watch, these things probably, that one's got fuel in there already. And then, let's see here. Yeah, that one's empty. Alright, good. We got 3 tanks. Also, I did not realize that I needed I guess they call it like a cement thingy. Some kind of pad to cover, protective cover to go atop your tank. I call it like a fuel tank pad or a insulator cement, you know, some kind of insulator. It's basically, it's like a rubber pad or a fat, you know, something kind of thick, like about 3/16 thick, that can go on top of basically you know, all the parts that are going to touch the bottom of the car. You know, see the wheel well part, right? You know, this part right here is going to sit right inside here. So it's going to be rubbing there, rubbing on there, rubbing on here. You know, you need something to where, yeah, it's going to be strapped up, obviously, but you're going to have road grime and everything else. You're going to be bouncing around all the time. So you're going to need some kind of protective. You don't want metal on metal. Okay, so we've got this battery operated liquid transfer pump. So now let's see how we can get this into there. Oh God, get in your hole. Oh. Did we get it? Is it in? Hot damn. Yep, like so. Okay. So, there's the sock. There's the float. Okay. What else we got? All I gave. Huh. Guess you get a seal and a lock ring, and a seal and a lock ring. So, sending unit gives you one, and the fuel tank gives you one. Huh? Guess there's no way you can say you didn't get a seal and a lock ring. Okay, so I'm going to, well, let's try it first. see if I can figure out how to get it in there. There's two little tabs, two little slot holes. In there. Oh, that's why. Okay. Should go this way. There we go. Alright. So like so. And you put the ring on there and slide it over. But first we need to put this gasket. Okay, let's take this all back out. Alright, so now let's put this all back in there. Okay, there's a little rubber seal. And then, so you see these two little tabs? Yeah, there's one tab, and then there's another tab right there. They're gonna go, there's two slots. Now, I don't know if there's an actual reason for the filler neck to be up or down, but I know that's the top of my tank, this is the bottom of the tank. And I know when it was in there, the filler neck was facing up. So, we're going to feed this in. Try to line up the tabs just right. There we go. And then lock ring. Okay, there's that, and then you do a little pounding to get it to go all the way. So fluid goes in the black, comes out the white. Okay, so stick this in the black. Stick this in the white. Oh, look at that go. Fill her up, Chuck. I'll take 9 on pump 10. Dang, this thing flows a lot. Alright, so there we go. Tank is empty. And those are filled. Well, close. That is 5, 10, and 3. So we're looking at about 13 gallons of fuel. It was probably 14 gallons of fuel, but I just spilled it all out onto the floor. Awesome. So. Okay, so basically, I'm just going to take this chisel and I'm going to smack until this raised lip. I don't know if you can tell the difference between this is flat and this is raised up. That's flat and that's raised up. When the raised up part gets wedged underneath there and it can't move no more, then it's locked in place. So that's what I is going to do. Okay. Oh yeah, nice and solid. And there you go. There is one completed fuel tank for a Mopar A-Bike. It's supposed to have a little a pad that goes under the surface of your gas tank. Along this flat surface, that lip, that whole flat side, and then all the flat parts here. And it's to stop road grime from getting in between the actual piece of metal of the tank, the actual piece of metal in the tank, and the actual fuel tank, or piece of metal on the car and the fuel tank, so they don't rub together, they don't bounce around, create friction. You know, road grime and debris get in there and start rotting out. Moisture starts rotting out the tank, and next thing you know, you now have a leaky gas tank. So I bought a roll right here, 3/16 thick or 5mm thick. It's a rubberized mat. I'm going to roll it out. I'll lay it on here. I'll cut out that circle. And what I chose to use is Gorilla Contact Adhesive Ultimate Multi-Purpose Heavy Duty Fabrics, Car Headliners, Foam, Rubber, Felt, Cork, Ceramics, Laminate, Leather, Metal, Plastics, Wood, Canvas, and more. It's contact adhesive, incredibly strong Gorilla Glue. So we're going to test that theory. But it just basically all it needs to do is I need to cut out that rubber, get the rubber on there, have it all stuck to it, and then we can get this tank back up. But beforehand, we'll get the new straps in, take the old ones off, put the new ones on, and then we'll start getting this tank back up. Okay, let's clean up a mess real quickly. One of them, at least. Alright, so we're going to need a piece. Looks like about 28, and we will go like 28 by 18. So 28 is right about there. Okay. Huh?
Don't cut yourself.
Why not? Where's the fun in that? You don't cut yourself, can't have no fun. Let's clean this off real good. That way the adhesive will stick. Okay, we'll wait 1 minute and we will apply. So it's 7:28. Okay. Let's give her a shot. So, alright, well, there we go. Pads on, seals in, sending units in. These guys, how did they come out? Oh, okay. Like that. Let's take that one out. Let's get that one out. Alright, and the J-bolts are out. Those are out. Let's take the remainder of this crap off. Check for any problems. Now would probably be a good time. Okay. So I would imagine we're gonna go sideways in the hole and then twist. Okay. And then sideways in the hole and then twist. Alright. There's our two. So let's guess we's going to now take the tank, bring the tank in for some okay. Okay. Let's see here. Oh. All right. Now, slide these farther into place. Okay. Oh. Need to make sure to grab my J-bolts. Let's get this. Seal. You know, and like everything else in life, this is probably more than likely a two-person's job. But it is what it is. Get in there. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. Oh. All right, let's get these just get a couple of just get some thread sticking through. Almost. Go. J-bolts. J-bolts. It's not tight yet. I mean, the tank's in there where it needs to be. And then, let's see. Got a little more light in the subject here. Let's see if we can get you guys to see. Alright. And there you go. So, fuel line will go back on there. The grounding strap will go from the metal line to this metal line. There's the sending unit wire right there. That's for your fuel gauge. You know, don't put that on, you won't have a working fuel gauge, obviously. Okay, so that should pretty much conclude this video. It's pretty much just a reversal of everything I did, taking it out to put it back in. So I already got the tank in there. I have the line hooked up, the sending unit line hooked back up. I tightened down the straps and the J-bolts with the dropping stuff in the end. Oh, yeah. Oh, undo here. All right. And with the filler neck, it's a bit of a struggle, but basically what I did was I ended up putting a little bit of grease on the end of the filler neck that goes down into the tank. I put a little bit of grease on there, and not a lot. I just took a little bit and put it on my fingers, and I just wiped it across there, and then I just kind of took my hand and rubbed it all around there. You know, it's a real thin layer. And then, you know, I just stuck it back in the hole, you know, sticking it up from this point right here. You know, it was kind of downward at an angle. I just twisted it in a little bit, and then once I got past the quarter panel here, I slid it back in, and then I slid it back out till I came back to, like, towards the end, and then I slid it down so that it's at the perfect angle, and then slid it down inside there. And then with the little breather line, not breather line, what the heck am I thinking of? Well, the vent tube, that's it, yeah, vent tube. So with the vent tube, you know, stuck it back in there. I made sure, you know, popped it down in the hole. I got them down inside there, and I got it hooked back up onto the end. I put the screws back in there, the 4 screws, you know, so the filler neck is in there and it's held up. And then I have you know, put the lid back on. Anyway, so, and basically, you know, I have everything strapped back in, everything is connected, everything's all set. So from this point, I mean, there's no rule. I mean, all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna end up cleaning this whole tank area up. I mean, there's some dirt and grime, a little bit of surface rust that's underneath there, just from like it looks like some kind of moisture or whatever was sitting there underneath. Just gonna get everything cleaned up, put it all back in here. That tire feels kind of low, so I'm probably gonna end up airing the tire back up, and then I'm just gonna use these and put all the gas back in. Like I said, the dash is still taken apart for, you know, for the dash part here. The dash is still taken back apart, so I can't exactly start the car. You know, the dash pad is still off. So as soon as I get the dash pad back, I'll probably end up putting this ball back up in there. If I don't have it back here shortly, then basically what I'll do is the next video we'll do these mirrors. I'm kind of interested now on taking off that other mirror, how big it is versus the standard ones that were supposed to be on here. I don't know, someone must have changed that model that's on the driver's side. And then after we do that video, then we'll do a video of doing the steering wheel and then putting the dash cluster back in there, so that way I can at least, you know, start the car and check the fuel gauge to make sure it is actually working. You know, I have no reason to suspect it wouldn't be working, but you never know. I mean, especially this day and age. But anyway, that should conclude this video. And that is basically how to change fuel tank in a 68 through 60 or through 74. I believe that would be a probably the Valiant and the Barracuda style. I would imagine the Dart and the 3 and the Duster, they got to be pretty much the same, especially like the Dart, the 4-door Dart. That would definitely be the exact same. And then I can just pretty much imagine probably most of the 67 through 74 A bodies. And then I would imagine, you know, it's pretty much got to be close to the same. I mean, this says it's for the Belvedere, Fury, Barracuda, and the Valiant. So I imagine the Belvedere and the Fury probably is a slight difference, but definitely a good idea to get these manuals. It helped out a lot. So anyway, all right, I guess yep, see you guys on the next one.